Diablo 3 was hit by not one but two major exploits in just a few days, while Blizzard announces a new release date for the next WoW expansion. Battlefield 4 also gets a bit of expansion attention, Final Fantasy XIV makes a comeback, NVIDIA looks to the past to show us the future, Microsoft makes some staff changes in Canada, DLC packs for both Left 4 Dead and Skyrim Dawnguard face an uncertain future, Australian developers manage a good news trifecta, and the new Trackmania 2 platform pack does what Trackmania does best, all in this week's edition of Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Blizzard has been back in the headlines this week for a variety of reasons. Let's get the bad news out of the way first though, before we get on to the good stuff. Sneaky gamers strike again as a God Mode exploit was discovered tucked into Diablo 3. The exploit required a series of moves, but then granted your wizard character the power of invincibility, meaning beating the game becomes a simple task. It took Blizzard a day or two to discover the cause of the problem and start rolling out a fix, but no sooner had that hit the service than a bunch of other sneaky gamers discovered another exploit, this time one which gave the barbarian infinitely regenerating health. In slightly happier news for the company, the fourth World of Warcraft expansion, the cute and cuddly Mists of Pandaria, will be hitting our shelves, both real and virtual, starting September 25th. Explorers from both the Horde and the Alliance will be able to explore the long-lost continent of Pandaria, uncovering its ancient mysteries and spending a little time with its unusual inhabitants, the very zen Pandaren. The game will be available as usual for both PC and Mac, and you're given the option of picking up a DVD or simply downloading the whole thing using the built-in WoW client. You've still got a little while to make up your mind, but if you already know that you want the game, pre-orders are officially open. Something else you might like to check out, the next expansion pack for Battlefield 3. I know it seems like just yesterday we were singing the praises of the Armored Kill expansion due sometime in September, but this week we are already looking forward to Aftermath. Due out by Christmas, the new pack contains 4 new multiplayer maps and 1 brand new gameplay mode, all set in an earthquake-ravaged Tehran. Aftermath isn't happening until after Armored Kill, so keep an eye out for it around this holiday season. Another one to keep an eye out for around the end of the year is the new version of Final Fantasy XIV. It now features a new world, content, gameplay and maps, a new storyline and a new focus on the concept of rebirth. In fact, the 2010 MMO has been completely revamped, redesigned and rebuilt, and Square Enix has let us know that it even has a new name. Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, is coming to PC and PS3 very soon. And speaking of fantasies, NVIDIA wasn't dreaming when it revisited a decade-old tech demo for the 2002 model GeForce FX video card. Back in the day, their developers showed off their wares with the help of a beautiful fairy named Dawn. Now, in 2012, we're happy to report that the fairy has enjoyed a very modern makeover just in time for her return, showing off the new top-of-the-line GeForce 690 cards in this tech demo named simply A New Dawn. The original Dawn lived in a painted cube. She had 1,700 strands of static hair, an environment made up of 7,000 triangles, no anti-aliasing, and was designed for a standard resolution of 1024 by 768. This new Dawn has a full 3D environment with a lush vegetation made up of 4 million triangles. She has 40,000 tessellated strands of hair, each one physically animated, runs a bunch of post-processing effects, and runs smoothly in 1920 by 1080. You can download the 800 meg tech demo from Player Attack, and don't worry if you don't have a top range card. People love this new Dawn so much that, despite being created to run on the GTX 690, a less demanding mode has also been built into the demo, so you can test it out on your GTX 670 or 680. Something less fun, Microsoft has reportedly laid off a number of staff in its Vancouver-based studio. The publisher refuses to comment on the specifics, but has confirmed that 2 games being worked on at the developer have been scrapped. These were Project Columbia, an interactive TV Connect project designed for children, and tragically, Microsoft Flight. The simulator rebooted only this year to replace the void left by Microsoft Flight Simulator when it was discontinued in 2009. Microsoft explains that it is realigning its long-term goals and development plans. It also sounds like Microsoft is doing a little realigning when it comes to Left 4 Dead 2. The Coldstream DLC finally made it out of beta this week after 12 months of languishing under the title, with fans eagerly expecting the game to arrive on both PC and Xbox 360. PC gamers happily updated their Steam clients and the file downloaded without a hitch. Their console brethren, on the other hand, a Valve spokesperson has explained the company is working with Microsoft on a release schedule, but as yet there's no ETA in sight. Something else which might need a little realignment is fan expectations when it comes to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and particularly its Dawnguard DLC. The downloadable content pack was released for Xbox 360 a month ago, with developer Bethesda Studios seeming to imply that, like most of its other DLC projects, it would be a timed exclusive for Microsoft's console, popping up on PC and PS3 on or around July 27. This week, though, marketing chief Pete Hines has dropped a bombshell, revealing that the studio has never actually confirmed or announced Dawnguard for any other platform. He dismisses the July 27th expectations as being unfounded, but does not write off the prospect of future multi-platform content. And on to something completely different, Australia's games industry has had a few days in the spotlight for all the right reasons. Firstly, EA merged two of its local mobile developers, creating Australia's largest game development studio. Melbourne-based Firemint, creators of Flight Control, Real Racing and Spy Mouse, has officially joined forces with Ironmonkey, creators of the mobile adaptations of Mass Effect, Dead Space and The Sims. It's a pretty winning combination. Together, they've had more than 85 million games downloaded on iOS and Android worldwide, 15 number one games on the iTunes App Store, an average Metacritic score of 83 out of 100, more than 300,000 Facebook likes across all games, and 42 reviews which gave them full marks. While that was happening though, we wondered what would happen to Infinite Interactive, which was acquired by Firemint early last year. Would this new merger mean no more Puzzle Quest? Had we truly lost one of our most iconic studios? The answer was quick and unexpected. The whole Infinite Interactive Firemint thing apparently didn't work out, with the two companies parting ways in January and not really telling anyone. As for more Puzzle Quest in the future, head honcho Steve Faulkner wouldn't give away any specifics, but he consulted his Magic 8-Ball and reports that all signs point to yes. And then, while we were reeling from that double whammy, Queensland-based developer Krome stepped out of the shadows after very nearly closing down entirely back in 2010. The new look Krome Studios has relaunched its website and promises that Ty the Tasmanian Tiger will be getting a new outing sometime rather soon. And finally this week, Trackmania 2 Canyon has just expanded with the brand new Platform Pack DLC. Just like all things from Nadio, this one is super challenging to the point that the devs are offering a tasty prize to the first person who can complete a full drive-through of one of the tracks. The new Platform Pack contains 23 new tracks, 1 new game mode and solo campaign, and the ability to create your own platform tracks if that's the sort of thing that takes you fancy. It's out right now exclusively for PC. For the full version of those trailers, or for more information on any of these stories, head to playerattack.com. I'm Jessica Citizen. We'll see you next week.